BKFC UK Light Heavyweight Championship. Anthony Holmes versus Danny Christie.
Everything pretty similar here, Sean. You can see a 3-inch reach advantage for Danny Christie. Anthony Holmes going to have to work to get inside and close that distance.
Chris Bachelor bringing both fighters up to scratch for our main event. Toe the line from Chris Bachelor. Round number one. Black and gold trunks for Anthony Holmes. White and gold trunks for Danny Christie. Swinging a miss on the duck under of the left hook of Christie from Holmes. Immediately into the clinch. Immediately the separation from Chris Bachelor.
It looks like both guys, I don't know if they listen to my keys to victory, but Holmes trying to stay on the outside. Christie working to get into the pocket.
Jab from Danny Christie. And staying on the outside, Christie can't time the left hook. Both fighters with huge support here in Leeds. Both have big supporter sections into the clinch. Short left hand, again a left hand from Holmes. That was clever. Now the right hand. Christie on the turn to counter left hand. 65 seconds remaining, round number one. Feint from Danny Christie. And you can see here, Holmes seems to be the faster fighter when he get in. Though the combinations get out, a lot of movement. See the open hands of Anthony Holmes. Christie again trying to time that lead left hook. Switch of stances from Holmes. Entry. There's the takedown. It is a double slip as such from Chris Bachelor, right back to it. Now 20 seconds remaining, round number one. Forward pressure from Danny Christie. Holmes on the outside, the duck under into the clinch, and the turn from Anthony Holmes. See the framing of Danny Christie. That draws the separation from Bachelor. Constant head movement from Christie. Constant foot movement from Holmes. There is the bell. That is the end of round one.
When you get a guy like Holmes who's so fast, he has such good head movement, he's moving around so much, hard to pin down, hard to trap. That's when I think Christie needs to really start focus on the body shots, because that can slow him down. It can make him not move quite as fast, and it's hard for him to duck underneath those punches. Some of the inside work right there, and there's that quickness. Jumped in with the punch and just really got the takedown. Christie has to do what he can to slow his opponent down. Either get it inside, tying him up, wearing him down, being heavy, or by starting to throw some body shots.
Round number two. The reset. Christie a bit keen off the scratch line. Now round number two officially underway. Moves immediately to the outside. On the left hand, heavy into the clinch on the overhook. Jab from Danny Christie. Holmes staying very elusive, showing excellent footwork on the outside. Right hand from Christie on the entry. Duck under again from Anthony Holmes. Christie still trying to time that lead left hook.
He said it's hard to time that against a guy with that kind of head movement. That's why it makes sense to turn it under the body.
Seeing head movement, footwork, elusiveness from Anthony Holmes. Forward heavy pressure from Danny Christie. Christie on the roll through. 65 seconds remaining, round number two of our main event. At stake, the BKFC UK Light Heavyweight title. Into the clinch, double overs, held by Holmes to get the separation. Christie resetting, quick on the 1-2. Holmes exploding into that. There's the duck under from Christie. Into the turn again, his separation from Chris Bachelor, keeping this fight flowing. 35 seconds remaining, round two. Short on the right hand, underhook, good, clever turn from Anthony Holmes, driving pressure, putting Christie's back against the ring rope. Short left hand from Holmes. Short right hand from Danny Christie. Different contrast, Chris, in striking styles and in movement.
Oh, absolutely. Christie coming straight forward the entire time, wanting to get in a firefight, wanting to sit there and trade with his opponent. Holmes not having any of it, wanting to be elusive, wanting to move, wanting to hit and then get away.
To the clinch again, the overhook snatched by Holmes. Excellent clash of heads. Now a big right hand, another right hand. Huge uppercuts just before the bell from Anthony Holmes. We end round number two.
Right into the round for Holmes. He landed a couple really hard shots right there. He made Christie just cover up. Looks like there's a little gash over his left eye as well. Well, that's a significant cut too. Wow. And let's see if Christie doesn't have a different sense of urgency right here with that kind of cut right there. There's a lot of work trying to be done by Holmes right there. Christie doing a great job of blocking most of this at this point. A bit of a headbutt right there, and then that came with a good right hand uppercut. That made Christie just say, okay, I got to cover up right now.
Mouthpiece in for Danny Christie, up the scratch. Knuckle up from Chris Bachelor. Round number three underway.
Let's see if
Pressure immediately from Christie.
See if Christie decides I have to do something immediately. This is a bad cut. I might need to try and get the knockout right now.
That movement from Christie. Holmes staying on the outside. Great tuck under from Holmes. Short left hand from Christie. Christie hard on the entry. Good turn from Holmes. Holmes times his explosiveness so well. Christie on the left hook. These are two really talented fighters.
Christie really looking to use that head movement, try and get. He's doing that head movement, trying to come up, looking for the right opportunity. If his opponent's still there, he's going to throw that hook.
Christie off the one. Overhand right. Into the clinch comes Anthony Holmes. And the double unders. Christie off the long jab. Jab to the body from Danny Christie. Right hand. Duck under again from Holmes. He is so elusive.
Very elusive for a guy his size.
Big uppercuts, half-time point from Anthony Holmes. Jab into the pocket, right hand. Both fighters starting to open up here with 45 seconds remaining, round three. Christie on the left hook. Turn from Anthony Holmes. Good refereeing from Chris Bachelor. Christie was turned. See that massive cut over Christie's left eye. Rear right hand from Holmes. Heavy in the clinch goes Anthony Holmes. Separation from Bachelor. Heavier in the entry comes Danny Christie off the left hand.
Holmes is just so hard to pin down.
The movement on the entry from Christie again into the clinch. Closing seconds, round number three. There is the bell.
Holmes is just so difficult to pin down and try and catch and try and hit. That's why it's so important to try and work that body right there. You cannot continue to throw these head shots because his head's not going to be there. He does a great job of rolling, ducking, getting behind you, or just right there. That looked like was that a headbutt that caused that?
Seeing the heads continually coming together in this fight, accidental from both fighters.
Right there. Look at that, very good head movement, especially for somebody of that size. That's just a nasty cut. But if it's not bleeding, it's not getting in the eye. That's the main thing. If the blood is rolling in the eye and you can't see, that's when it becomes a problem. Round four underway. High tights
striking guard and forward movement for Danny Christie off from scratch. Holmes stepping back, now stepping forward on the left hand. And that's ruled a slip by Chris Batch, will go right back to it. Christie cut over his left eye, now cut over his right eye. Stiff jab from Holmes. Christie wiping away the blood over the left hand. Lands the right hand, and down goes Anthony Holmes flat on his back.
And there's what we talked about, that difference in power. Christie's a one-punch knockout artist right there. Holmes needs to throw volume at you. Let's see if Christie tries to jump all over his opponent right now. He better try and finish his fight right now. He's got 2 cuts over his eyes.
Into the pocket comes Christie. Huge left hand from Danny Christie. Christie trying to finish this fight in round 4, a right hand. Left hand, big right hand. Nice shot. Knockdown number 2.
Well, I don't think Holmes is getting up. Look at him. He's not moving at all.
The count 10, the win, and the championship for Danny Christie.
Just what we said. He had to do that right there. He had 2 cuts. They might have stopped this fight. But look at that cut. That is a nasty cut. He had that sense of urgency. He had to do something. It was just that straight right hand that landed, did the damage.
Wow. Danny Christie 3-0 in BKFC. And he is the bare-knuckle fighting championship, United Kingdom 185-pound champion.
And you have to think at that point, Holmes was probably up 3 rounds to none. Definitely winning the fight.
Anthony Holmes, his first defeat, and this is 6th bare-knuckle bout.
And look at that respect right there, Sean.
Respect, class, quality from these 2 first-class, indeed world-class bare-knuckle fighters. Anthony Holmes did some great things in that fight. The power and the timing of Danny Christie ultimately shining through.
That's the problem when you have to fight like a perfect fight like Holmes, and he had to keep moving the entire time, not take that big punch. It just took that one shot. As soon as that one shot landed, that straight right, that was the beginning of the end for Holmes. He just was in trouble. He was hurt. His legs weren't there. If you don't have that movement the whole time, if you don't have that head movement, that footwork, it's going to be hard not to get hit again. Just that straight right you just saw right there. Christie came straight forward, had that sense of urgency. I got to end this fight. And he did right there. Holmes did a good job of getting up to keep trying to continue to fight, but at that point, his key attribute right there, his movement, his head movement, his footwork, they were gone. It was just a matter of time until Christie finished the fight off at that point, Sean.
And that is knockdown number 2. The second and final knockdown of this fight. And the hand raised for the victor by way of 4th round knockout, Danny Christie. He is now the BKFC UK light heavyweight champion. Phenomenal fight, 2 phenomenal fighters.
What a way to end the night right there. Just a great back and forth fight. Holmes seemed like he was doing so many good things right there, but once again, he had to fight the perfect fight the entire time. That is where someone like Danny Christie, with that one-punch knockout power, he always has the advantage. He always has a chance. All he has to do is land one, and he did.
See that nasty cut in the left brow and indeed left lid of Danny Christie. Also cut over his right eye.
And you have to wonder if that wasn't what really spurred him when he got that cut over the right eye as well. He's wiping blood from both sides. He said, I have to do something right now.
In round number 4, 2 knockdowns recorded by Danny Christie versus Anthony Holmes to the win. Victorious by way of 4th round KO, Danny Christie defeats Anthony Holmes.
Welcome Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
And he's gone hard with that left hand on the turn and down. Danny, the Bastard Christie. Jared, Captain Deadpool. In the light heavyweight division, Jared Warren versus Jay Jackson.
You can see here Jay Jackson has a 3-inch disadvantage. He's going to have to try and get into the pocket. It's going to be up to Warren to try and pepper that jab and land that long tube to win the fight.
We are now set for the co-main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Presented to you by Lions Not Sheep Apparel. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears yellow and blue. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, 184.7 pounds. His bare-knuckle record stands at 2 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Auburn, Michigan, here is Jay Action Jackson. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black and gray. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight, 185.6 pounds. His veteran's bare-knuckle record stands at 4 victories opposite 2 defeats. Fighting out of Tampa, Florida, here is Jared Captain Deadpool Warren. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata.
Round number 1. Black trunks for Jared Warren, yellow trunks for Jay Jackson. Jackson told us, I have to continually keep moving to the left. I cannot allow Warren to force me to the right into his power from the southpaw stance. Moving to the left is Jay Jackson on the entry, on the exit. Big miss on the overhead right, then Warren on the counter left hook.
That's just some of that nervous energy right there, wanting to throw a big punch right away. Both guys know it's all about staying on the outside of that lead left or right foot, whichever one, the lead foot right there. You got to stay on the outside of it.
Warren with the head movement, looking to enter. Again, said Warren told us that he wants to be in the mid-range. He said, I can fight from the outside, but Jackson's comfortable on the outside. I do not believe he will be comfortable in the mid-range. Stiff jab from Warren. Didn't fully land, but it backed off Jackson. There's a big left hand and a follow with the left hand. Jackson to the body of the right hand. Warren started that exchange well. Jackson finished that exchange well. Jackson circling out with 45 seconds remaining, round number 1 of our co-main.
Jackson's really got to work on stepping outside that lead foot and throwing the straight right down the pipe.
Jab just off the mark. Warren on the feint. Gets under the miss. Another big swing and a miss with the overhead right. Counter, short, sharp left hook from Warren.
And Jackson just ducking the hand throwing that right. If Warren decides to turn that uppercut underneath, it's going to be a very good punch for him.
Warren just misses with the 2. Overhand right misses again for Jackson. We move to round 2.
Jay Jackson looks very off balance right now. He's having trouble finding his rhythm.
Come on, you can't walk into this.
And the Alex, a lot of that is because the one of Jared Warren is really putting him out of the way he wants to be right now.
You can't walk into his brother, okay? You're walking into his hand. Don't walk into him, all right? You gotta watch the hand. You're tying yourself out. He's ducking into your right hand, okay? Let him throw the left, he's ducking to the right. Throw the uppercut, pull the back with the hook. Don't lean. Don't lean your body into him, all right? Throw the uppercut, fall back with him. You got this. He's shooting for the cut over there, so do not give him a head anymore. That's what I'm saying. Don't give him that head, okay?
Ben Rothwell with us ringside. You saw Mike Perry, you saw Julian Lane when he ran into the ring.
Y'all don't belong.
Phil Rowe from the
Some very good advice being given right there by Jay Jackson's corner right there. He's ducking too much, he's leaning, he's off balance, and a lot of that is because of what Warren's doing.
round number 2. Another overhand miss from Jackson, that time with the lead left hand. Off the jab, counter right jab from Jay Jackson from the ortho stance. Jackson throwing the naked 2, didn't fully land. Again, big miss from Jackson. These are uncharacteristic off-balance misses from Jay Jackson on the overhands.
He just looks like he's nervous a little bit, Sean. He's trying to throw punches from odd angles and just winding up, telegraphing things. Continues to throw punches and is ducked ahead. As soon as Jared Warren throws those uppercuts, it's going to be nasty.
Jackson again on his bike with 60 seconds remaining, round number 2. Left cross to the body from Warren. That was a clever punch. Warren off the jab, just misses with the left hand. Warren told us Jackson has power, but it's one punch at a time. And largely to this point in the fight, Chris, we're seeing one punch at a time from Jay Jackson.
Not that the one punch, but the wild punches. They're easy to see. They're telegraphed. They're not even really coming close.
There's a big left hand from Warren that turned the head of Jay Jackson. Overhand right, blocked effectively by Warren. The reset from Jackson. This one he the jab. Big shot. Down goes Jay Jackson. Up at 9 is Jay Jackson. He has to convince Bergliano that he wants to continue. He does. Final seconds, round number 2. Knockdown number 2. You cannot be saved by the bell in any round.
He's still hurt. Very bad. I'm surprised if they let this go. He's not getting up.
The count of 10 reached, and the win for Jared Warren with authority.
That's a quality win. Right there. That was the best we've seen. Jared Warren look right there. Total control the entire time. Confidence just swelling right there. Controlled the entire pace. Win where the fight happened. Great job right there by Jared Warren.
What did you get time? What is there pretty, man? What it look like? This is what we talking about.
Looked like the first punch that Jay Jackson in the eye. Definitely by that punch right there. You can see, look at Jay. And then that uppercut right there finished him off. You could just tell Jared was still, or I should say, Jay Jackson was still hurt. That punch wasn't that significant, but he was still hurt from the first time he got knocked down.
Bergliano giving Jackson the benefit of the doubt because that was the end of the round. But Jackson could not beat the 10 count. Had he beaten the 10 count and Bergliano felt that Jackson could safely continue, he then would have been given the full 60 seconds to recover. Warren, though, recorded the knockdown and then turned up the pressure to get the second knockdown, which then flowed into the straight knockout. That is a massive slice on the forehead of Jay Jackson. Two extremely nice, extremely likable people. No animosity coming into this fight, all respect, and there you see the respect.
I mean, but you're right. Look at that cut on his head. Man, that's a nasty shot. I'm telling you, when Jared Warren hits you, it hurts.
we go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Mergliata, reaches the count of 10 at the conclusion of round number 2. For your winner by KO, Jared, Captain Deadpool Warren.
Jared Warren now 5 wins in BKFC, dropping Jay Jackson in round number 2, and then turned up the pressure for the second knockdown in the closing seconds of round 2. Jackson could not beat the 10 count, and that's the fight. In our co-main event of the evening, the winner by way of second round KO, Jared Warren defeats Jay Jackson.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
He's gone hard with that left hand on the turn and down.
Danny the Bastard Christie. Jared, Captain Deadpool Warren.
Anthony Holmes versus Darren Hendry. To the winner goes the inaugural BKFC UK Cruiserweight title.
You can see here Hendry has a slight 3-inch reach advantage. It's like a 3-inch height advantage as well. Henry's going to utilize that. Not much of a reach advantage, but he can still make his opponent pay every time Anthony Holmes tries to step forward to land his shots.
We are now set for the co-main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds for the inaugural BKFC UK Cruiserweight Championship. Presented to you by Lions Not Sheep Apparel. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and gold. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight, 194.9 pounds. He is undefeated as a bare-knuckle fighter at 5-0. Fighting out of Southeast England. Here is the bare-knuckle bad boy, Darren the Dazzler Hendry. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and gold. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, an even 194 pounds. He is also undefeated at 3-0 with 1 fight even. Fighting out of Castleford, West Yorkshire, England. Here is Anthony, the Yorkshire Gladiator Holmes. And our referee in charge of the action, Chris Batchelor.
Moments away from the start of our co-main. Undefeated Anthony Holmes versus undefeated Darren Hendry. The loudest this Newcastle crowd has been all evening. Hendry did not want to come fully up to scratch, now immediately backs off. Round number 1 underway. Both fighters that you see in black and gold. Blue hand wraps for Anthony Holmes, red hand wraps for Darren Hendry.
And both these guys, you can just see by their physical build, very put together. You can tell they both respect the other guy's power.
Holmes extending the left hand from the orthodox stance. Hands high and tight on the back pedal for Darren Hendry. Inside on the clinch, double overhooks. That will draw the immediate separation, and it does from referee Chris Batcheldor. Open-chested stance from Anthony Holmes. Much more conventional striking stance for Darren Hendry. Still very much a feeling out process. Relying the mutual respect you just talked about, Chris. Left on the counter, not there. Seconds remaining, round number one.
Both guys right now are just looking for that opening, looking for some feints, little things they can do and see how their opponent's reacting. Being both these guys, you can tell, have a lot of power. You can't just run in there and hope you don't get hurt.
Feint from Hendry to the inside. On the overhook snatch, that's the separation again from Batcheldor. 25 seconds remaining, round one. Been very elusive from the outside, now looking to come to the inside. Holmes, slight forward pressure again. Counter left hand. That is the end of round one. Hendry, as he did to start this fight, did not want to come all the way up to scratch. I don't think it's timidity. I think it's just simply not in the habit of it. Different bare-knuckle promotions have different rules. Not everyone has the scratch line. Switch of stances. Darren Hendry started round number two, as you saw in the southpaw stance, now in ortho. It could have been a big takedown. Possibly could have landed into the open half guard.
And that right there just showing the strength right there. You might want to get in there and do that just to intimidate your opponent, showing how much stronger than him that you are.
See the open hands of Anthony Holmes. At the end of round number one, referee Chris Batcheldor went to Holmes' corner, told him if you're going to keep your hands open, you cannot keep your fingers extended towards the face, the eyes of Darren Hendry. Well, you can, but you can't do so legally. On the underhooks. There's the break order by Batcheldor. 60 seconds remaining, round two. From Holmes. Hendry stepping in and pulling back the jab again to the inside. There was the lift that time from Holmes.
Same thing, wanting to get that back. Want him to show his opponent you're not strong for me. I can do the exact same thing.
Hendry on the level change on the turnaround. Right. As soon as Holmes gave his back, call a break from Chris Batcheldor. 20 seconds remaining, round number two in this fight for the inaugural BKFC UK 205-pound title. Not there from Hendry. Still somewhat of an elongated feeling out process for these two undefeated bare-knuckle fighters. Next up, round three.
I like to see Hendry starting to push his opponent backwards, make him run into those ropes. He has nowhere to go.
Interesting switch of stances off the scratch line. Hendry came up the scratch with his right foot on the scratch line. In the southpaw stance, immediately pulled back to the ortho stance. Bit of gamesmanship.
He's done that all three rounds so far, Sean.
There's the left hand. Push down, ruled a slip, correctly as such by Chris Batcheldor. Round number three continues with 30 seconds gone in this third round.
Just look at that, not a lot of punches thrown in this fight so far.
Hendry trying to get off with the jab, resetting. Some disquiet now in this Newcastle crowd.
Holmes has that very square stance with his chest, the way he's throwing it right now. It's very difficult to get much power. You don't get much torque when you turn that right hand over. It's going to be more bladed, harder to hit, more of a aerodynamic target.
Previous sequence, Hendry turning over a short left hand to the body of Holmes. Holmes now trying to come forward from the center circle. Now it's Hendry taking the center circle to the inside. 40 seconds remaining, round three. Jab not there from Hendry. Hard on the clinch, quick on the separation from referee Chris Batcheldor.
Like Holmes felt like there was a second where Hendry wasn't ready, so he jumped on him.
Batcheldor has done a really good job of keeping this fight moving. The clinches have largely been inactive.
And these guys aren't getting in the clinch and looking to do work. They're looking to get in the clinch and just waiting for the referee to break him back up.
From the mid-range, the bell, we are through 3 rounds. Round number 4. Very even to this point between Anthony Holmes and Darren Hendry. There's the right hand, and taking the knee is Darren Hendry.
And it's hard to tell. It looks like is it the nose? Is it the eye? He's bleeding.
Blood pouring from the nose of Hendry.
He's still
Makes
hurt.
the count, goes back down, and the win in lightning strike fashion for Anthony Holmes.
Not sure if he just broke his nose or what exactly happened, but you can see blood pouring out of the nose of Hendry. Tried to get up, dropped right back down.
Neither fighter to that point had really landed a true significant shot. And that was most definitely significant with the right hand of Anthony Holmes to end this fight.
Just waited for the right time, got his opponent a little bit frustrated.
Hendry beat the 10 count of Chris Batcheldor, was up, took the knee, and that's the end of the fight. Class from both men. Holmes in victory, Hendry in defeat.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Chris Batcheldor, reaches the count of 10 at 29 seconds into round number 4. For your winner, by KO, and new BKFC UK Cruiserweight Champion, Anthony, the Yorkshire Gladiator Holmes.
Huge.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
And he's gone hard with that left hand on the turn and down.
Mustard Christie. Jared, Captain Deadpool.
Crescent Tools brings you our tale of the tape for Bartolomei Krol versus Gosha.
And it looks like we have Gosha with a 3-inch height advantage. However, reach being very, very similar right here. Exactly the same, as a matter of fact. Not that big of a difference. Both guys have a, like I said, 69-inch reach. Very close on everything for these two guys.
This bout is presented by a Bucked Up Energy Drink, and this is in the BKFC Light Heavyweight Division. Now let me introduce your fighter in the red corner. This fighter weighed in at 183.6 pounds. Representing Frankfurt, Germany, please welcome Gosha. And now welcome his opponent in the blue corner. This fighter weighed in at 186 pounds even. Representing Pila from Poland, Bart. And your referee for this bout, Chris Bacheldor.
Final words from referee Chris Bacheldor. Bartolomei Krol and Gosha. Round number 1. White trunks for the pull, Bartolomei Krol. Black trunks for the German, Gosha. Krol coming forward immediately to the inside, misses with the overhand left. Straight punches from Gosha, right hand from Krol. Krol coming forward now into the clinch. Big left uppercuts on the inside. Now the right hand on the inside. That backs off Gosha.
You can see the nose is already busted for Krol right there.
Next in this step of Bartolomei Krol. Krol again initiating the clinch to the body.
No surprise to me that Krol with those ears. I could tell he wanted to get on the inside. I bet he's going to do good work from him.
Blood flowing freely out of both of Gosha's nostrils. Gosha with the left hand. Move forward from the southpaw stance. Right hand, 60 seconds remaining, round number 1. 2-1 being thrown by Gosha. Full pressure again from Krol. Gosha sitting back, Chris, trying to land on the counters. Krol coming forward with emphasis. High, tight striking guard from Gosha covering up. Krol to the inside underhook from the German Gosha. 35 seconds remaining, round number 1. We're in the light heavyweight division. More big shots, Gosha against the corner cushion.
Gosha doing good work from in close. He needs to try and keep it very close fight. That's where he does his best work, on the inside.
Piece out for Gosha, right back in. Krol again from the southpaw stance, initiating that clinch. Turn on the underhooks, now the left hand. There's the turn from Gosha. Now it's Krol with his back against the ring ropes, coming forward, takes that right hand. That ends round number 1.
Once again, Gosha is going to need to try and keep at range right here. He does not want to get in close. Krol wants to get in. He's an inside fighter. He does very well.
Round number 2 underway.
Gosha does land good from the outside, wants to stay there if he can.
Krol again trying to get to the mid-range and then into the pocket and ultimately to the clinch. Krol, though, very measured, lands that left hand. Gosha trying to maintain space. Gosha trying to work off the jab from the orthodox stance. There's the jab there. On the flurry to the head from Gosha. Into the clinch for Bartolomei Krol. 25 remaining, round 2. See the smear of blood on the back of Krol, but it's the blood of Gosha. Big left hand on the step in from Krol.
I love it when Krol steps in. That's when it works better for him. When he steps in and closes that gap quickly, lands hard shots.
Naked right hand thrown by the German Gosha. Did not land. Wild right hand, overhand left from the pole. Krol with the left hand again. Newcastle crowd firmly behind Bartolomei Krol, starting the chant in his support. Measuring left hand from Gosha. Gosha continuing the measure from the orthodox stance.
See a lot more punches are being landed by Krol right now than Gosha. And Gosha's face is definitely starting to show.
There's the left uppercut from Krol in the last sequence that landed. 1-1-2 from Gosha. Gosha on the naked two. Krol right back, left uppercut. Left hand again from Bartolomei Krol. 15 seconds remaining, round two. Left to the body from Gosha. Right hand gets through from Krol to the head. Against the ropes, final seconds, round number two. There is the bell. More of a slice of the upper lip of Gosha than a cut. Round number three underway. See the measuring lead hands of both fighters. Gosha from the southpaw stance, rather from the ortho stance. Krol from the southpaw stance. There's the left hand that gets through from Bartolomei Krol. Measuring again is Gosha. It's that rangefinder lead left hand.
All those lefts are just trying to set up that straight right down the pipe. If he can step outside his opponent's lead hand, that punch is there.
Exploding to the inside, and down goes Bartolomei Krol.
Wow. Against the flow of the fight right there, Sean.
Up at 9 is Krol. Gosha now coming forward into the center circle.
Let's see how hard he steps on the gas trying to finish this fight.
60 seconds remaining, round number three. Now to the body goes Gosha with emphasis, right hand. Counter 1-2 from Krol. Overhand left not through from Bartolomei Krol.
You see a new burst of energy right now in life from Gosha. It looked like he was a little disappointed in himself, but now he's coming. Doesn't mind if he gets hit.
Those are big body shots from Gosha. Counter left hook from Krol. Mouthpiece out. It's the mouthpiece of Gosha right back in. See the hand fighting on the inside. Rounds 1 and 2, Gosha tried to stay long. Now Gosha trying to get into the mid-range. Mouthpiece out again. Chris Batcheldor, the referee, telling Gosha, you have to keep your mouthpiece in. It's your responsibility, regardless of the result. On the right hand, left hand. Hands down for Gosha. Now the straight shots. And that ends round number 3.
Gosha did do some good body work right there. Let's see if that can slow down Krol.
There's the 2 to the body from Krol. Number 4 fully underway. Back to the jab goes Gosha. And the left hand. Gosha getting that through. Bouncing this step of Gosha coming forward. Krol with the right hand.
Krol looks like that 1 round, 1 minute off really helped him out quite a bit. He's moving a lot better now.
Gosha feigning the rear right bolo punch, a bit audacious there. Now the head movement from Bartolomei Krol. Off for action from referee Chris Batcheldor. Left to the body from Krol.
And Gosha takes some wicked shots, and he just seems to walk through all of them. He's doing a great job of being tough, but man, he's got to defend himself a little bit more.
Keep fighting, keep throwing from referee Chris Batcheldor. Trying to keep the clinch active. It was inactive. Quick restart from Batcheldor. Good refereeing. Sitting on that right hand is Gosha. Gosha on the explosion in. Counter left just misses from Krol. 35 seconds to go, round 4. Just staying on the outside. But not fully getting through from Bartolomei Krol.
You can tell both these guys are getting a little seeing much work to the body anymore. Everybody's just headhunting.
Winding up with that rear right hand again is Gosha. Stabbing left uppercut to the body from Krol. Left hand just misses from Krol on the up jab. We move to the 5th and final round. Krol had to be told twice to get up to scratch. We're staying back in the center circle. 5th and final round underway. The referee continues from Chris Batchelor to a proper start to the 5th and final round. The scratch line, Chris, is not a suggestion. It's there for a reason. That's the start every round with the fighters 36 inches apart. From the mid-range comes Gosha. Body with that jab goes Krol.
Once again, Gosha does better when he gets off first. He needs to lead this dance. He can't just follow behind what his opponent does.
Hand over the top doesn't get through from Bartolomei Krol. 1:10 remaining, 5th and final round. Gosha left hand and the right just off target. And jab from Krol. Gosha stalking pressure, sitting on that right hand. The right hand lands from Bartolomei Krol.
Gosha's been stalking pressure, but he's not throwing with it. He's just kind of getting in position and waiting. You can't do that.
An active clinch. Quick separation right back to it from Chris Batchelor. Missing with that left jab to the body from the southpaw stance for Bartolomei Krol.
Krol is just outworking his opponent right now. That's what's winning him this round. He's just continuing to throw more and land more.
Left hand just off the mark from Krol. Gosha resetting in the center circle. Straight punches to the body goes Krol. Right uppercut gets into the head from Gosha. All for action from Batchelor in the final seconds, and that ends this fight.
You can tell Gosha wanted a break there. Didn't have his mouthpiece, and he was worn out. You can tell the whole last round didn't throw as many punches. I think a lot of damage was done there. He was tired. Rough fight for both guys. 5 rounds up, 5 rounds down. And for the first time this evening here in Newcastle, this is bout number 6, including the prelims. We will go to the judges' scorecards. There's one of the times mouthpiece being knocked out. You can tell Gosha won it. It was too late, though. Or, as we should say, his gum shield. Good job with British English there, I'm Chris. Working on it, Sean. I'm learning. We talked about it earlier. That was the 3rd time that Gosha lost his mouthpiece / gum shield. Referees only give you so much leeway. Then the tolerance level for a referee goes down. You're in control of your own mouthpiece. Whether you spit it out or it gets punched out, you have to control your mouthpiece. Eventually, what they don't want is somebody doing that when they need to help give them an unfair advantage. I need a break right now. I don't want my mouthpiece to go out. They can't let that happen. Either they got to take away a point, or then you got to do what this referee said. No, there's only 5 seconds left. Fight on. That's why Chris Batchelor was so emphatic, telling the fighters to fight on, specifically Gosha, fight on in the final seconds of this fight. I mean, you can't stop it with 3 seconds left to say, okay, we're going to put this mouthpiece in, or gum shield away from the call. Again, our judges tonight, assigned by the ISKA, who is regulating this event. Those 3 scorecards have been tallied. To end all suspense, we go to Ian the Machine Freeman.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges score this bout 48-46 in favor of your winner, Krol.
Sean, fantastic fight for Krol. Looked fantastic the entire time. Had one little period where he got hit in the eye, but dealt with that. Had some adversity, couldn't see out of it, and still came back and won that fight. Bartolomei
Jay Krol now 2-0 in BKFC. Against the flow of the fight, Gosha dropping Krol in round number 3. But ultimately that did not matter on the 3 judges' scorecards, 48-46 across the board. The winner by way of unanimous decision, Bartolomei Krol defeats Gosha.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
And he's gone hard with that left hand on the turn and down.
Danny the Bastard Christie. Jared Captain Deadpool
Tonight, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink is back in the United Kingdom, coming to you from West Yorkshire at Planet Ice Leeds. It's BKFC 55 and we will open with 3 preliminary bouts. Then at the top of the hour, our main card begins live here in Leeds. Our co-main event set for the middleweight division, Anthony Holmes versus Bartolomei Krol. And our main event in the light heavyweight division, Danny Christie versus Jared Warren. Hey everyone, with Chris Lights Out Lytle, I'm Sean Wheelock. BKFC's International Month of November continues. Chris, 2 weeks ago, of course, we were in Thailand. Last night, we made our debut in Bulgaria. This evening, we're back in the United Kingdom, back in Leeds.
Sean, that's going to be 4 countries in 2 weeks. 2024, we're going to be in 9 different countries. BKFC just keeps growing.
The BKFC app is, of course, the best value in all of combat sports. Your cost is just $7.99 per month. And it's how you watch our main card live from Leeds this evening, which begins at the top of the hour.
Not only this card, but you also get all the past fights. You get to see fighter interviews. You have the bare knuckle fights coming up. It's going to be great. But you also get to see things like the tryouts that I'm involved with. You got to watch those, Sean.
A great main event, December 2nd, Mike Perry versus Eddie Alvarez. Chris, this evening here in Leeds and West Yorkshire in the United Kingdom, we have an outstanding main event at 175 pounds. Englishman versus American, Danny Christie versus Jared Warren.
Great fight right there. And the thing I love about this, we've seen the fights in England, we've seen them in America. Now you're going to see these two worlds collide right there. You have a guy with Christie, he's ranked 2nd right now. Jared Warren's always been in the top 5. It seems like who's going to be able to come out on top? Is it going to be America? Is it going to be Britain? We're going to find out tonight.
Mid 45 presents the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting as in use tonight as administered by the ISKA. All bouts are scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds and are scored by 3 judges on the 10-point must system. Punching in the active clinch is allowed. There is no 3 knockdown rule. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open tonight with a bout in the heavyweight division. Aggie Faulker versus Rob Cunningham. Our tale of the tape is presented by Crescent Tools.
And Sean, there's a lot right here. I mean, a 5-inch height advantage. You have a significant 8-inch reach advantage. But the main thing, I mean, you have a 50-pound weight advantage right there. I don't know how many stones it is. That's a lot. Rob Cunningham has the size, just everything from the tail to tape. He's a much bigger individual.
Rob Cunningham set for bout number 3 in BKFC. His 5th bout overall in the sport of bare knuckle. Cunningham has also had 2 pro MMA fights. Cunningham 2-0 in BKFC. His most recent victory this past April when he defeated Wayne Morgan by way of 2nd round TKO.
Sean, I really like this guy. We've met him and talked to him. He's just such a nice individual, but comes to fight every time. He seems like he's very smart, tactical the way he fights. He doesn't waste any energy. Leans on people, uses that size. He's very smart the way he decides to come about attacking his opponent.
Into the ring comes Rob Cunningham. Aggie Faulker, 3-0 in the sport of bare knuckle fighting, 1-0 in pro MMA. Faulker, promotionally 1-0 in BKFC. His bare knuckle fighting championship debut occurred November of last year. Aggie Faulker defeated Robson by way of first round knockout.
Sean, being the smaller individual, 50 pounds lighter, you have to use your mobility, your speed, your athleticism. That's what he's going to have to do in this fight. You can't fight the size and the power. You have to fight with speed, accuracy. Go in there, try and use a lot of movement, wear your opponent down, land the big shots. You should be faster if you're that much.
Our 7th time in the United Kingdom for a bare-knuckle fighting championship. We're in West Yorkshire at Planet Ice Leeds. To get our evening started, we send it to Ian the Machine Freeman.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at the Planet Ice Arena for BKFC 55. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leeds! Ladies and gentlemen, this is a BKFC bout presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink in the heavyweight division. Now let me introduce your fighter in the red corner. This fighter weighed in at 285.8 pounds. He has a BKFC record of 2 wins and no losses. Representing D-side Wales, please welcome Rob the Beast Cunningham. And now welcome his opponent in the blue corner. This fighter weighed in at 234.4 pounds. He has a BKFC record of 1 win with no losses. Representing Egmont from Cumbria, Aggie Faulker. And your referee for this bout is Dave Needham.
Great sportsmanship between these two very powerful and differently built heavyweights. Aggie Faulker weighing in at 234.4, Rob Cunningham weighing in at 285.8. Final words from referee Dave Needham. Both fighters being called back up to scratch. Round number 1, immediate forward pressure for Rob Cunningham, the fighter from D-side North Wales. Black trunks, red hand wraps, black trunks, blue hand wraps for the Englishman Aggie Faulkner. Now into the clinch, but the half tie plum seized by Cunningham.
Aggie's got those hands down and his chin wide up, and he's got to be careful.
To the body goes Cunningham. Good refereeing from Dave Needham. This is an active clinch. And staying active by that right hand of Cunningham.
That's exactly where Cunningham wants to be, inside, pushing his opponent around, using that weight, that size.
Right hand getting through from Faulkner. Rear right uppercut from Aggie Faulkner. Right hook, counter left hook from Cunningham. Both heavyweights throwing big early stages of this fight. And down goes Rob Cunningham on the 2 right hands.
Very interesting right there, the way it's a very slow step down he took. See if he gets up. I don't think he was getting up. Wow.
The count of 10 and the win for Aggie Faulkner. He's now 2-0 in BKFC.
It was a very strange way that Cunningham just went and took a knee very slowly. Something must have been rattling the brain up there or something, because he just really slowly took a step to sit down. Stayed there for a second, couldn't get back up.
Chris, as we saw, it wasn't one huge punch from Aggie Faulkner. It was the accumulation of very big punches.
I mean, he just came in through a lot of hard shots. I was worried that if he didn't get the knockout, he was going to get tired, especially being a heavyweight. To throw those punches with great power, it just takes a lot out of you. But they landed good enough to make Cunningham take a knee.
Disappointment for Rob Cunningham, who entered 2-0 in BKFC. That is a quality win for Aggie Faulkner, now 2-0 in BKFC.
One more little shot right there. Sean, there is no gloves, obviously, to block those punches. You can't put the hands up there and think it's going to do much to stop it. You got to use head movement, block a little farther out. You can't put the hand right by the head. You can tell Cunningham looked like his head's still a little hurt.
The smear of blood on the temple, left side of Cunningham's face. He's got additional on his left brow.
that good sportsmanship you talked about earlier, Sean?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 57 seconds of the very first round, we have a winner by the way of technical knockout in the blue corner, Aggie Faulker.
Good win for Faulkner. Came right after his opponent threw a lot of hard shots. Sean, he must have saw something in training that he knew could come out and jump on his opponent right away.
Interestingly ruled officially, and again, the ISKA is regulating this event as a TKO, but make no mistake, Cunningham taking the full 10 count after taking those big right hands from Aggie Faulkner. In our opening bout of the evening, the winner by way of first round TKO, Aggie Faulkner defeats Rob Cunningham.
Savage people who step foot in a bare-knuckle boxing ring.
This is for dogs, and this is what people want to see.
King of Violence belt is on the line.
Down goes Michael Page in round one. And Mike Perry now 3-0 in BKFC. And down goes Chad Mendez. To the welterweight division we go. Johnny Graham versus Abel Radomski. Our tale of the tape is presented by Crescent Jewelry.
Very similar here, Sean. 5'10", both gentlemen. Only 1 inch reach advantage. These guys are very evenly matched.
From Poland, Abel Radomski set to make his bare-knuckle fighting championship debut. He started to walk to the ring, Chris.
He was set. Maybe he thought, what am I doing? It's a bad idea. And I like it. He's coming out. No shirt, no robe, just he's ready to go. Remind me of old school Mike Tyson days. Just had that towel over his head.
Tyson was the white towel, black trunks, no towel. Romski was old, black trunks. From here in Leeds, England, Johnny Graham. Graham 1-0 in BKFC. That victory occurred this past April. He defeated Will Cairns by way of first round TKO. Graham 5-0 in pro boxing.
A little bit of bare-knuckle experience usually goes a long way. We talk about the big leap people take from their first fight to the second. Second to third is another good one. Then it probably takes about 5, and then you can really see people coming into the room for bare-knuckle. So let's see if we see marked improvement here.
send it back to Ian Machine Freeman.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a BKFC bout presented by OnlyFans in the welterweight division. Now please welcome your fighter in the red corner. This fighter weighed in at 164.8 pounds. He is making his BKFC debut and representing Zabrze from Poland, Abel Radomski. And now welcome his opponent in the blue corner. This fighter weighed in at 165.4 pounds. He has a BKFC record of 1 win and no losses. Representing Leeds, England, Johnny Graham. And your referee once again, Dave Needham.
Dave Needham ready to start this fight. The fighters up to scratch, 3 feet apart. Round number 1. Yellow trunks for the Englishman, Johnny Graham. Black trunks for the Pole, Abel Radomski. The jab from Graham. On the front foot on the entry, Johnny Graham. Right uppercut on the exit from Romski. Very low stance, Chris, for Johnny Graham. Left hook not there from Radomski. Pulled it back mid-flight.
Keep noticing Graham keeps messing with his hair right there. It's like a little bit of a distraction. Maybe he should cut his hair like mine is.
You do have the popular haircut for fighters, especially MMA.
It's a lot easier.
Into the clinch. We need separation from Dave Needham.
See, there's the hair touch again, Sean.
Stance, there's the jab from Radomski, not there. 105 remaining, round number 1. We're in the welterweight division. Graham sticking out his chin, then a right hook to the body. Counter left hook, right hand.
Didn't go down, but he's hurt.
To the body, rear right uppercut. Graham's landing hard shots. Abel Radomski taking them exceedingly well. Radomski on the turn. Knuckle up on the reset from referee Dave Needham.
The way Graham is putting his hands down, sometimes he's inviting his opponent to come in so he can counter. It feels like he has the advantage when it comes to the counter punching here.
See the warning? That's a soft warning in referee speak. Johnny Graham from Dave Needham. Through the hook on the exit. Left to the body and a clean knockdown.
Beautiful shot, left hand.
It's the mandatory 8 count now from Needham. Abel Radomski. Final seconds, round number 1.
See if Graham attacks the body again to try to finish this fight.
Graham now waving Radomski forward. There is the bell. We move to round 2.
You can just see the confidence that Graham has right there. I'm not sure if that comes from just his first bare-knuckle fight, being undefeated as a combative athlete right there, but very, very confident with his abilities. Coming in with his hands down, waiting for his opponent to throw so he can counter. There was that, he landed a right to the body followed by a left to the body. We've talked about how important it is to do good body work here. Not only does that slow your opponent down, but that punch is like a stab right to the gut right there.
Well, round number 1 for the fighter from here in Leeds, Johnny Graham recording the knockdown. Pole Abel Radomski. Round number 2. Really forward off of scratch comes Johnny Graham. Radomski putting himself on his back foot. And movement now from Radomski. Hook not there. Stepping jab from Radomski not there. You see the head movement, Chris, the elusiveness thus far in this fight from Johnny Graham. Overhand right. Apologizing, saying, I led with my head, not my intent. Acknowledged as such by referee Dave Needham. Now time officially called by Needham. And the headbutt You see the cut outside of the left brow.
Is that what they're addressing right there, saying that this was caused by the headbutt?
To the protestations of Johnny Graham, and that's the indication from referee Dave Needham. It was the accidental clash of heads. Radomski apologized immediately. Medical check, medical clearance. Time in round 2.
Very important for him to do that because if the fight does have to be stopped later because of that cut, it would not get the victory for Radomski.
It would be in no contest territory.
Very good head movement shown right there by Graham once again.
Once again, you saw him pull back his hair. Good straight left hand from Graham. His explosiveness, right hooks from Radomski. On the outside, keeping his hands intentionally low, trying to bait in Radomski. Smear of blood on the forehead of Abel Radomski and his hairline. Double jab not there. See the open guard now of Graham. Graham Chris really trying to bait in Abel Radomski. Left hook to the inside. 40 seconds remaining, round number 2. Right hand, left hook from Graham. That's really big in the pocket.
Radomski really trying to explode in, puts all his weight forward, coming to hit his opponent. The problem is sometimes he's out of control and he's landing.
Knockdown number 2.
And then when he pushes forward, sometimes he's going to get those headbutts. He's done.
Radomski saying that he is done. Game, set, match. Johnny Graham now 2-0 in BKFC.
I wonder if it was some of those body shots that made him say, I don't like this in here. This is not what I thought was going to happen. I don't want it in here anymore. So sometimes we see that when people get hit and they get in the ground, they're like, nope, I'm out of here. This is not what I want to be involved with.
Abel Radomski telling referee Dave Needham, break off your count. I'm not going to attempt to continue. This fight is done. Great sportsmanship for the victor, Johnny Graham, and a great performance in BKFC stacked welterweight division for Johnny Graham.
Graham's just looking to be like a problem for a lot of fighters. With that head movement, with his ability to control the range, distance, he's looking very good right now. Here's a shot to the eye. That Radomski didn't like. Goes, he's holding that left eye.
Johnny Graham, 5-0 in pro boxing, now 2-0 in BKFC, both wins by way of finish. Johnny Graham was definitely a fighter to watch in bare-knuckle fighting championships welterweight division.
After 1 minute, 40 seconds of the second round, we have a winner by the way of technical knockout in the blue corner, Johnny Graham.
So we talked about a good improvement from the first to the second. He looked phenomenal. Like to see this guy keep progressing. What's he going to do after 3, 4, 5 fights?
Although Radomski was certainly game in his BKFC debut, tried to explode him with hooks, but Johnny Graham was on point offensively and defensively. The winner by way of second round TKO, Johnny Graham defeats Abel Radomski. BKFC 55, coming to you live from Leeds, England, is presented by Buffed Up Energy Drink, OnlyFans, Mick 45, and by Lions Not Sheep Apparel.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
Make sure to get your Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship merch at bare-knuckleshop.com with a huge selection of sizes and styles for everyone. Knuckle up at bare-knuckleshop.com.
most savage people who step foot in a bare-knuckle boxing ring.
This is for dogs, and this is what people want to see.
King of Violence belt is on the line.
Down goes Michael Page in round one. And Mike Perry now 3-0 in BKFC. Felix Alvarez, and down goes Chad Mendes.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship live tonight from Leeds, England. We're back in the United States. Our debut in Utah will be at the Maverick Center in suburban Salt Lake City, December 2nd. Our 2023 finale with the biggest card, Chris, in BKFC history. Normally we do the top four presented by Mid-45. This card is so loaded, it's the top 6 fights presented by Mid-45.
I mean, Sean, you have to put 6 on there because, I mean, these could all be main events on any other cards we put on. You have title fights, you have just unbelievable main events, you just have other fights. I mean, the 6th fight down, you got Rivera versus Jeremy Stevens, huge veterans, unbelievable this card.
Again, that is December 2nd, a Saturday night. Our 2023 season finale, our first time in Utah, will be at the Maverick Center, Salt Lake City, the suburban area, BKFC 56. You can purchase your tickets. There are still a limited number of tickets available at BKFC.com. And you can order the broadcast right here on the BKFC app. You're with us live worldwide on our preview. Still one more prelim remaining this evening. It's our 7th time in the United Kingdom for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. At the top of the hour, our main card begins. 9 fights in total constitute BKFC 55 from here at Planet Ice Leeds. And you can watch that live worldwide again, beginning top of the hour on the BKFC app. Chris, our main event, this is really intriguing. At 185 pounds, 2 phenomenally talented fighters. The Englishman, Danny Christie, enters 3-0 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Jared Warren has moved from the prelims to the mid-card to ranking as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in all of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. So intriguing. We have the Englishman from Carlisle versus the Floridian, Jared Warren. Both fighters talented. Both have very different approaches to this sport.
Yeah, Christie's going to get in your face the entire time. He wants to be in close, landing those hard shots. He's very heavy-handed. He knows he's have to land hard shots, get in close, be the bully in a way, rough you up. That's what he needs to do against Jared Warren. Jared is good outside, inside, but he definitely wants to be outside, being pretty, trying to be smart, not getting hit, being tactical, using that big left hand he can use. But he also counters very well, so he wants to make sure he keeps that distance, makes Christie pay every time. Christie wants to get in his face, push him around, bull him, get the knockout.
This is International Month. We have dubbed it as such in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Here in the month of November, 4 total shows. We've already had fights in Thailand, in the United States. Last night, we were in Sofia as we made our Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut in Bulgaria. And tonight, we are back in the UK, back in Leeds.
Sean, so happy to be in Bulgaria. We talked about that region, how many good fighters are from these different countries. They had, I think, 9 countries represented there, 11. I can't remember. I think it was 11 countries, a lot of different people there. But just great fighters from all over that region. They understand, have that fight mentality, and they definitely like BKFC.
And, Chris, what we're seeing, too, fighters coming from BKFC Thailand, BKFC UK, BKFC Bulgaria to the United States, and also sending staples from the United States BKFC to England, as we see tonight in our main event. Danny Christie, the Englishman, who has only fought in the UK for BKFC, Jared Warren, his first fight for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship outside of the U.S.
I love it. We're starting to really see there's a difference in some ways, the styles and everything, so we're going to see a little bit of different styles from how these different people interact. But I know we got to talk to Andy when she wants to go over to Thailand and fight, so I like the fact that we're getting a lot of these people to integrate, mix up, and make for interesting fights.
Chris, your final fight of your great career, you finished in Bare Knuckle. You went 3-0 in the sport of Bare Knuckle, 2-0 in BKFC. That was in 2019. It was our Year 2 opener. That was in Mexico. So the U.S., Mexico, Thailand, the UK, Bulgaria, and we are expanding in 2024. Last week, you were in Alberta. We will be moving to Canada Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship simultaneously on this same day. Tryouts in South Africa. That is another new nation opening up for our promotion.
So many different places, Sean, and I love it. When we go to Canada, we go to other places. Everybody's excited. Everybody's wanting to be involved with what we're doing. The growth is unbelievable. The excitement is what I care about. And the fighters, everybody wants to do it. I love it.
Again, this is our free view. So glad that you're watching live worldwide. A reminder, at the top of the hour, our main card begins from here, Planet Ice, Leeds, and West Yorkshire. 9 fights in total. One more prelim now headed your way. It's Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 55.
All the way live from Satellite 5, I'm Brian Socha, and as always, so much to get into this week on the Bare Knuckle Show. We're glad you're hanging out.
Bare Knuckle just takes one shot. If he can land a good shot, he can do some damage.
6 new major signings, a new location overseas that we're going to be doing.
It gives me so much more energy and reason to go ahead and do what I do.
Oh, shit! That's inappropriate. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Crescent Tools brings you the numbers for this bout at 165 pounds. Luke Nevin versus Paul Krol.
You can see here Sean Nevin does have a 3-inch height advantage as well as a 3-inch reach advantage. Paul Cook needs to get inside, land those hard shots.
Cook enters 1-0 in BKFC. His debut bout, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, July of this year. Paul Cook defeated Aaron Foster by way of first-round technical knockout.
And Sean, having the one fight, Bare Knuckle, definitely helpful, but you'd like to see him going more than one round. You get that one round, it could be a very quick fight. You only get the full feeling of it. Sometimes it takes guys 2-3 rounds to get the full effect. However, he won by knockout, so what can you say?
Get a reminder, this is our final prelim on this, our 1-hour free view from Leeds. Top of the hour, our main card begins. 9 fights in total. Watch it live worldwide on the BKFC app. Luke Nevin set for bout number 2 promotionally in BKFC, bout number 4 overall in the sport of bare knuckle.
A little bit more experience there. This is going to be his 4th bout, so he's definitely had a few more rounds. Can be very important right there. Understand, you know this guy understands the whole bare knuckle range.
Always great to be in the UK, the ancestral home of bare knuckle fighting. Rotten rules, London prize ring rules to the modern unified rules of bare knuckle. Back to Ian the Machine Freeman.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a BKFC bout presented by Fubo TV in the welterweight division. Now let me introduce your fighter in the red corner. This fighter weighed in at 165.8 pounds. He has a BKFC record of 1 win and no losses. Representing Heaven, England, please welcome Paul Cookie Cook. And now welcome his opponent in the blue corner. This fighter weighed in at 165 pounds. He has a BKFC record of no wins and 1 loss. Representing Newcastle, England, Luke Nevin. And your referee for this bout, Dave Needham.
Hell of a knuckle up from referee Dave Needham. Round number 1. Black and gold trunks for Luke Nevin. Black trunks for Paul Cook. To the inside comes Luke Nevin. Into the clinch. Good turn along the ropes by Paul Cook. Quick separation from referee Dave Needham. Needham now talking to Cook, telling him break when I say break. No excessive holding.
Cook threw a little uppercut in there after he said break. I think that's what he's talking about.
And with the right hand, left hook just off the mark from Cook. Forward pressure now from Paul Cook on the left hand again. Nevin circling out. Nevin feinting hard with this step-in jab. Nevin active with his lead left hand from the orthodox stance. Bit of showmanship now from Luke Nevin, Chris.
I know Nevin's only had a 3-inch reach advantage, but it appears to be a little bit more to me. It just seems like he's a lot longer than his opponent right there. It seems like he should really be using that jab.
Nevin keeps pumping with the jab, faking and feinting with the jab. There's a quick jab from Cook. The entry, good right hand in the clinch from Nevin. On the turn. Resetting, center circle. 40 seconds remaining, round number 1 of this welterweight bout. From Nevin with the right hand. Step on the footwork.
I like the body work being done by both guys right now.
Over the head by Nevin. That draws the separation from Needham. Right back to it. Overhand right, not there from Cook. Nevin trying to work off of the jab from this distance. Cook, you see the diversionary up jab. Hard on the entry goes Paul Cook. Good turn by Nevin on the overhook. We are through the opening round.
You can just see right there, Cook just continues to wait for the right time, and then he explodes in. Not even behind the jab sometimes, just coming in full force. I think Nevin's doing a good job of timing that, waiting for the right time, throwing that overhand right to counter. Nevin's going to have to figure out when he's coming in. Rock back a little bit, counter, then keep moving. He can't back straight up. Cook, on the other hand, he needs to disguise when he comes in a little bit better. Comes behind some head movement. Definitely behind that double jab, throw the right hand. He's doing a couple feints, and then he just rushes straight in.
We are set for round number 2. Englishman versus Englishman. Luke Nevin versus Paul Cook. See the head movement from Nevin. See the head movement right back from Paul Cook. Overhand right from Nevin. On the turn, driving pressure along the ropes. To the body goes Nevin. The separation from Dave Needham. Jab from Cook, not there. Nevin, rear right uppercut. That was clever on the inside. Back to the outside goes Luke Nevin.
I love that uppercut right there. He saw his opponent had his hands out on the outside, guarding the chin, throw the uppercut. Take what he gives you.
Overhand left from Nevin. Good elusiveness. Stiff jab from Luke Nevin. Full jab. Back Cook off his striking line.
And that's what Nevin needs to do. He's got the reach. Use that jab. Pop it out there a lot, early and often.
Forward pressure now from Paul Cook. Cook continuing to move his head. Rear right uppercut from the half tie plum. Right hook, right hand from Paul Cook. Right hand now from Nevin along the turn. Rear right uppercut again. Both fighters snatching that single collar tie, half tie plum. 45 seconds remaining, round 2. See the playfulness now, Chris, from Nevin, dropping his hand, sticking out his chin, trying to bait Cook in. Right hand, clean 1-2 from Nevin. Clean 1, the jab right back from Cook. Overhand right uppercut. Well blocked from Cook into the clinch. Both fighters, Chris, having their moments.
Absolutely. Because I'm really liking what Nevin's doing. I think he's working the body fairly well.
Closing seconds, round number 2. Active clinch again. Cook can snatch that half tie plum. Nevin back out at range, continue with the head movement. We're through 2 rounds.
I like when they do clinch up, immediately Nevin is going to the body. Throwing that hard right hand. It was some of the better work right there for Cook. On that clinch, pulling down on that neck, throwing to the body, throwing the uppercuts when he can. Those are his best and most effective shots in this fight so far, I believe. Inside, throwing those uppercuts, throwing to the body. Well, Cook needs to work on exploding off that back foot, uses the head movement, getting into punching range, throwing hard shots. You get too close and grab that neck and start working that dirty boxing.
Round number 3 underway. Forward off of scratch to start the 3rd round goes Luke Nevin. So the quick parries from Paul Cook. Cook shifting southpaw from orthodox back to orthodox to land the right hand, rear right uppercut, overhand right from Nevin. Nevin again, big swing with the rear right hand. That's audacious, almost a bolo punch. Threw it naked.
Keep throwing that uppercut in there.
And strike stats tonight presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
Both guys with a very high rate of accuracy in the clinch.
The center circle. At range, Luke Nevin doing the pump to jab. Disguise that entry well, right back out. 10 remaining, round 3. Left hook, overhand right. Cook again coming forward. Nevin circling out, resetting. Step in jab. There's that rear right uppercut through it twice, did Luke Nevin. Good left hand from Cook. Swelling now under Paul Cook's left eye.
Yeah, you can see that eye's really starting to swell up. Could be a problem if he doesn't start keeping that left hand up a little bit more.
45 seconds remaining, round 3. Overhand left. Some good diversionary footwork by Paul Cook. Uses a shuffle step at times, Chris. Sometimes it almost looks like similar footwork to how you would throw a switch kick or even a Superman punch. It's all by design to get to the inside.
Sometimes even when you just move your feet a different way, it's a diversionary tactic like you talk about. The people are looking like, oh, what is he doing? What are his feet doing that for? And then you're not looking at his hands. You see it at the corner of your eye, just enough to cause a problem.
Then the hook from Cook. Hard entry again, Paul Cook. Good exit from Luke Nevin. That is the end of round 3.
Finally arrives, and all your hard work, dedication, and loyalty to your craft is clear for all to see. Your results will speak for themselves. Because when you need the hardest hitting tools on the market, you reach for the brand that always knows how to throw down. Each and every time. Unbelievable. Crescent Tools, trusted by the trades.
You can see there they're doing a lot of work right now to the left eye. Paul Cook trying to make sure that doesn't keep swelling to the point to where you cannot see. You notice that if you're Nevin, you want to continue to target that left eye, throw more right hands.
Seconds out cold. Round number 4. and left from Nevin. Fighters, as you see in the orthodox stance, they're staying very busy with their lead left hand. Back that rear right hand mid-flight again. There's that diversionary footwork on the entry for Cook. Stiff jab from Nevin in reply. The inside right to the body, right to the head on the uppercut from Cook. That was clever. Overhand right, hard entry right back.
Good uppercut.
Under that overhand right of Nevin.
Cook throws these sneaky uppercuts on the inside, pulling that head down, going the right uppercut.
See the smear of blood on Cook's forehead. Of his right eye. Just misses from Nevin. And Cook inside. Chris, we're seeing Cook get in, but not staying in.
It's largely due to Nevin. Nevin's pushing him off, landing shots on the inside, throwing those uppercuts like that himself.
Jab again from Luke Nevin. Nevin jab on the turn, 55 seconds remaining, round 4. Good head movement from Cook to the inside, snatching the half tie plum. This is exactly now where Paul Cook wants to be.
He does his best work in here. He's got a very good half tie plum, pulls that head down very well.
The combination is there now for Luke Nevin in this fight. The long jab, the rear right uppercut. Straight jab from Cook. Again, both fighters continuing to have their moments. 45 seconds remaining, round 4. Hard entry again for Cook.
Nevin just waiting right there, trying to time that uppercut.
Good right hand. Nevin circling out. Final seconds, round number 4. Check hook not there for Nevin, staying on the outside. We move to the 5th and final round.
Sean, this is a very close fight. Difficult to see who they're going to be giving it to right now. And here's that inside work we talked about. This is the best part that Cook is doing. Good right hand landed there. Good uppercut. Body. He's hitting all aspects. Different angle, but the same little bit of action right there. Oh man, check out that ear on the coach. Not a good one. So if you're the coach in both of these guys' corner, you have to be begging them to do whatever they have to. This fight is very close. You have to lay it all out there tonight.
Great show of respect, sportsmanship between Luke Nevin, Paul Cook. To the 5th and final round we go. Luke Nevin has done very well staying at range off the jab. That rear right uppercut, Paul Cook has done very well. Diversionary entries, throwing hard from the half tie plum. Again, to reiterate your point, Chris, this is a very even fight. There's the entry from Paul Cook to the half tie plum. Good exit from Nevin. Excellent clash of heads. Acknowledges as such sporting lead by Nevin and Cook. Right back to it in the center circle. Hard entry again. There's the half tie plum. Big right hands now from Cook on the inside. Half tie plum snatched by Nevin. Chris, Cook has done really well entering, and Nevin has done really well exiting.
Yeah, that's why they keep going back to that position. Both guys like, all right, I'm landing good stuff here.
Smart entries, smart exits. Two talented fighters with 60 seconds remaining, 5th and final round. Second bout in for both men in BKFC. Overhand left, there's that rear right uppercut just off the mark from Nevin. 2 just off the mark. Again exploding in. Uppercuts with the rear right hand. Nevin now bleeding under his left eye, bleeding under his right eye. 35 seconds remaining in this fight. And just misses from Nevin.
Those entries again, just waiting for the right time, exploding in, just running in, as a matter of fact.
Heavy in the half tie plum. That is Paul Cook. The separation from Dave Needham. Stretch drive now of this fight at 165 pounds. The up jab by Cook.
I would expect Cook to rush in one more time.
There on cue is that rush in by Paul Cook into the clinch. Right hand by Nevin on the turn. Nevin driving Cook the turn. That is the end of the fight.
Well, I think we're going to see really quick how these judges are looking at the fight. If it's the inside fighting they're giving it to, Cook will definitely be the winner.
Chris, this is one of those rare fights where both fighters essentially did what they wanted to do.
Yep.
Nevin was really strong on the outside, and Paul Cook was really strong on the inside.
This will be something I hope the rest of the fighters in the back are watching, and they can see how the judges score this, how they want to fight. You can know, okay, if I'm on the inside landing good uppercuts, they're not counting those as much, or vice versa.
3 judges scoring ringside here in Leeds. As assigned tonight by the ISKA, who is regulating this event.
You know, it would be probably fitting to make like a split decision so the judge, the fighters in, they don't know what to I don't know exactly what they're looking at.
5 very close rounds.
There wasn't any of them that was just definite one guy or the other, I didn't think.
To end all suspense, Ian Freeman.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard for a unanimous decision in favor of your winner. In the red corner, Paul Cook.
Very good fight for Cook. Did a lot of good work on the inside. I really like those uppercuts. I think that's what won him the fight, Sean.
Again, hard fought, well fought from both Luke Nevin and Paul Cook. The winner, by way of unanimous decision, Paul Cook defeats Luke Nevin.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
I'm one of the most savage people who step foot in a bare-knuckle boxing ring.
This is for dogs, and this is what people want to see.
King of Violence belt is on the line.
Down goes Michael Page in round 1. And Mike Perry now 3-0 in BKFC. Middle shot to Alvarez, and down goes Jack Mendez.
Tonight it's BKFC 55 from Leeds, England. This is our second to last show of the year. 2 weeks from tonight, December 2nd, BKFC will make its debut in Utah. We will be at the Maverick Center in Salt Lake City. BKFC 56, our biggest card ever. 3 title fights, the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut of Jeremy Stevens and Todd Duffy. And our main event, Mike Perry versus Eddie Alvarez. Again, that's coming up December 2nd. You can order your tickets. Limited tickets still available, BKFC.com, and you can order to watch the broadcast right here on the BKFC app. At the top of the hour, our main card begins on the BKFC app. Still 9 fights headed your way from West Yorkshire, BKFC 55. Chris, we've talked about the international month of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. 4 shows across the United States, Thailand, Bulgaria, and now England. This year has shown the rapid growth, continual growth of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. David Feldman, our founder and CEO's vision, bringing the great sport of bare knuckle fighting from the 1700s, the 1800s into the modern era. Fully legal, fully regulated, safety first. We travel Dr. Don Musi, former president of the Association of Ringside Physicians. The premium is on safety, and the growth has been exponential in 2023.
And Sean, we're getting so many new states open up. We talked about Utah getting ready to open. I can't wait to go there. Biggest card we've ever put on. Great. But we went to Colorado. Great fights there. We've been there a few times now. But at the ABC that they gave us, Now we have all the unified rules. That's just going to lead to more and more states. We've talked to so many different people who are like, yeah, I'm in. I'm ready. I'm wanting to do this. The only problem, Sean, is us having enough ability to put on a fight in each state that we open. So we're trying to be smart about it, come at the right time, wait till we can put a big fight on there, and then go to those states.
In 2024 in the United States, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship will debut in Oklahoma, in Georgia, and Oregon. More states are headed your way. We've talked about the international growth. We're going to Canada. We're going to South Africa.
Sean, I was just in Canada, and I can tell you they were very excited to have us here. I love the talent that I found up in that area. Great region right there, Edmonton. So many good fighters. People fly from all over to come there. It was a really amazing part. You had people coming from the far East Coast, the West Coast. People are just loving this sport. They'll do anything to be part of it. And the tryouts are really amazing to me. It's a great time for me to be able to actually kind of help get people the next generation here. I was fortunate, had people help me lead my career. It's my turn to give back, and I'm doing that, and it makes you feel good to be able to go in there and get people involved.
Chris, you were part of that first wave of UFC greats who came in the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. We're seeing that next wave. That wave has included Paige Van Zandt, Eddie Alvarez, Mike Perry, Ben Rothwell, to name but four of many. And we're going to see more top-name fighters, not just from the UFC, not just from the sport of MMA, from professional boxing as well, looking at bare knuckle, and specifically our promotion, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, is a viable alternative in their combat sports career.
Sean, it was amazing to me. When I first saw bare knuckle, it was just something I was compelled to do. And it's amazing when you talk to some of these fighters, some of them are like, I'm not doing that. They just get a look on their face like you're crazy, but others are eyes light up. People like Eddie Alvarez, people like Mike Perry, and that's why that's such a great fight. Those two guys like epitomize what bare knuckle should be. So it's always funny when you talk to a fighter, you're going to find out really quick what kind of fighter they are. The people who are drawn to this, they're the hardcore fighters that we want to have.
And what we have seen is that this is its own unique combat sport. You knew that going 3-0 in bare knuckle is a brilliant career in pro MMA, over 80 fights, 20 in the UFC, 13-1-1 in pro boxing. You understood early as part of that first wave of UFC fighters in BKFC, this is its own unique combat sport. It's like thinking what Art Davey did with the UFC, debuting November 12, 1993. Oh, that's just jiu-jitsu with punches, or that's just Muay Thai with submissions. No, it was MMA. This is bare knuckle fighting. So you can succeed with a great boxing base. You can succeed with a great Muay Thai base, lightweight kickboxing, grappling MMA, but you have to understand this is bare knuckle fighting.
And that's why the more fighters continue to do the sport, the better they get. It starts out, even I don't care how good of a fighter you are, MMA or boxing, you're going to have a fight, and then you go, oh, okay, I get it now. Then the next fight, you're a little better. You get to about 4 or 5, then you really start taking leaps and bounds. That's why you get guys like Lorenzo Hunt. They've been dedicating themselves to the sport, studying nothing but bare knuckle, and they're getting so much better.
And Chris, as we're concluding year 6 of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, moving into 2024, which we will have even more events, more shows, sign more big names from MMA, from boxing, from the entire combat sports world, we're seeing 2 distinct pools. We're seeing people who are already proven stars in their respective disciplines, like Austin Trout, like Eddie Alvarez, like Mike Perry coming in. And we're seeing our homegrown stars, like our champs, Dave Mundell. We see Brendan Allen, who has been phenomenal in BKFC. Kai Stewart, our 145 champion. So we're seeing established stars, and we're seeing our homegrown bare knuckle stars.
I absolutely love that, and I just can't wait till people understand just how good these homegrown stars are. People like Tony Loco Soto, I'd like to see him continue to come, get bigger. People understand how great these guys are and support them.
Moments away from the top of the hour, switch to the BKFC app. It's BKFC 55. The main card is headed your way.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
I'm one of the most savage people who step foot in a bare-knuckle boxing ring.
This is for dogs, and this is what people want to see.
King of Violence belt is on the line.
Down goes Michael Page in round 1. And Mike Perry now 3-0 in BKFC. Down goes Chad Mendes.
EST.